Welcome to Black Sheep's Time to Shine. My name is Jared Mello, and this is the place where all the different kinds of black sheep can come together. And please remember that the little things in life do indeed matter. If we can't do the little things right, we're not going to be able to do the big things right. It's why I carry these wands around everywhere I go. Now, today what I want to talk about is clues a narcissistic person might have changed. Now, to preface this, on my other channel, The Wizard of Radical Self-Respect, I interviewed today H.G. Tudor, and I outright asked him, can a narcissist change? And he said no. A full-blown narcissist, someone with NPD, can't change because they won't be able to admit when they're wrong. They won't be able to do some of the things I'm about to talk about. So remember that when I'm going through what I'm going to talk about in this video. If they are a full-blown narcissist, only no contact. If at all possible, no contact. Don't even hope that they can get better. What I'm going to talk about in this video are for people that display narcissistic behaviors or toxic behaviors. How do you know that they have changed? And I'm going to go over some of the ways right now. So number one, if they try to apologize to you about their wrongdoings, they will be able to apologize specifically for what they did wrong. They will be able to admit it and specifically tell you exactly what it is they did wrong. A lot of narcissistic people, they are not able to specifically admit what they did wrong. They will say, sorry, wasn't my intention. Sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry, but none of those things address what they actually did wrong. They are vague and they are deflections. That's why I made that video, the 3 ways a narcissist will apologize. That's why they would apologize that way. So if they can specifically tell you what they're sorry for, and then most importantly, change the behavior. And then here's another part of it. They will accept whatever response you give, whether you accept their apology or not. Because maybe you don't accept their apology and they try to talk you out of it. They try to convince you to feel differently. That's manipulation. That's how you know they were most likely apologizing to get a specific outcome, to get you to act a certain way. Or they might turn on the waterworks. And the same thing, if they start crying and then the same behaviors do not change, that is manipulation. So in terms of apologies, they'll be able to admit exactly what it is they did wrong. They will do it with humility, and they will accept whatever your response is. That is essential. And then, most importantly of all, they will change the behaviors they were sorry for. Because the only real apology is changed behavior, in my opinion, regardless of all of the rest of it. They could do all the rest of it, but if they don't change the problematic behavior, what's the point? So that's a big one right there. And I start off with apologies because most times, if you've cut off someone that displays narcissistic traits or toxic behaviors, you've been in no contact more than likely, and you haven't spoken to them. So they might try to do a love-bombing Hoover thing, and they might try to tell you they're sorry, but make sure you look out for those things. Number 2, they will respect your boundaries. And what do I mean by this? If you're in no contact with them, for example, they will not try to go around your boundaries, and they will not try to see you at work or call from blocked numbers or add you to group texts. All of those things I have experienced. But what are they communicating? They are communicating, your boundaries don't matter to me. I don't respect your boundaries. I'm going to bulldoze your boundaries and do what I want. I want to get you under my control again. That's all I care about. But if they were to respect your boundaries and maybe let you reach out to them first, that would be a better sign. But a lot of the full-blown narcissists, they can't do that. They cannot just sit back and let you come to them if you want to, right? They're going to push it and force it and bulldoze your boundaries. It's another big indicator that they haven't changed. They will be able to respect the boundaries you have in place, whatever they are. And then another part about that, they won't trivialize how you're feeling and your boundaries. They won't make fun of them. They won't try to minimize things that have occurred or happened. They won't come up with some sort of manipulation tactic about being called out in the future. And we all know what the narcissistic tactics are, right? Playing the victim, blame shifting, gaslighting, and then there's, what are the other ones? Flipping the script. There are all sorts of them, but they do them all the time, especially when they're called out. But we can't forget what those behaviors are used for. They are manipulation tactics to get the attention off of one or more of their problematic behaviors, so they can get away with what they want to get away with and continue acting the way they want to act without accountability. So those are all things to look for too. So watch out how they act in regards to your boundaries as well. That'll be a big one. And then another one to look out for is, it kind of ties into number one, but can they admit they were wrong about something? Can they admit they were wrong? H.G. Tudor said a full-blown narcissist will not be able to do that. It just can't even be comprehended. It won't get into their software. So if they can admit they're wrong, that is another good sign. But to me, those are three of the big things that you should look out for to see if they've changed. Because if you're not talking to them, you just don't know, right? You don't know until you risk letting them back into your life a little bit. But those are three things to look out for, to consider if they're just someone that has had narcissistic traits or toxic behaviors. Look out for those three things. And to reiterate, what are those three things? Pay attention to how they apologize. Can they specifically tell you exactly what they're sorry for? Can they accept whatever your response is and not try to convince you one way or the other, or to manipulate you to let them back into their lives? Pay attention to all of that. Can they accept the outcome? And most importantly, can they change the behavior? Because no real apology would be there if it wasn't for changed behavior. The only true apology is changed behavior. And then pay attention to how they handle your boundaries. Can they respect your boundaries? Or do they minimize them, trivialize them, make fun of them, not take you seriously? Do they try to go around your no contact, call you from blocked numbers, add you to group texts? Pay attention to all of those things. Pay attention to how they would act if they're ever called out on something. And another side note about that, pay attention to how they talk to the flying monkeys around too, if there are some. Pay attention, because that will give you some clues as well. But watch out for the steady manipulation tactics, playing the victim, flipping the script, blame shifting, all that kind of good stuff. Watch out for all of that too. And then finally, number three, which kind of ties into number one, can they admit they were wrong about something or anything? Can they humbly admit, yes, I was wrong, I could have done better? Now again, unfortunately, you're not going to know if they've changed unless you take the risk and you take the gamble of letting them back into your life a little bit. But here's the thing about that. If you're thinking about giving someone who has displayed narcissistic traits, toxic behaviors a chance, do not, and I repeat, do not let them all the way in. Very small steps to build the trust again. Don't go all in, not all black or all white. Baby steps to see if they can handle it. See if they can handle it, because often many people don't change. And as H.G. Tudor had said, full-blown narcissists, they do not change. So if you suspect they were a full-blown narcissist, disregard this, because chances are they didn't change and no contact is the way. But if they've just displayed narcissistic traits, they've displayed toxic behaviors, pay attention to what I said in this video here and see how that goes. And take baby steps. Don't let them all the way in, because then you're giving them the chance to hurt you more. And that's not what you need, because if you cut somebody off, chances are you did it for a very good reason, and that decision should not be undone casually. If anything, it should be a slow, steady, long process even considering letting them back. So if you got this far, please remember to like the video if you got this far, hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and perhaps share this video with others that you think might benefit, and comment below your thoughts on this video. Did you ever let someone back into your life that had narcissistic traits or displayed a lot of toxic behaviors? How did it go? And again, like I said, a full-blown narcissist probably did not change. No contact is the way. And a little teaser to one of my next videos, HG Tutor said that Gray Rock doesn't work because you're still going to give some emotional reactions even if you try your best not to. I thought that was pretty interesting as well. But thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.